just this matchup today, what are you hoping to see from Walker this outing?
I think just continue to build on what he's done. As Walker says, he's starting to feel like himself, which is a good thing. It's a team that, they've actually been really good the last couple weeks playing good baseball. There's some familiarity over there with some of those guys, namely Michael Bush and obviously Cody. But I think as far as Walker, it's just kind of to really use his pitch mix, know when to use his fastball, know where to go with the fastball, and get in compete mode from pitch one.
I know we've been talking a lot about the bets and when he goes, the team goes, but today he was announced as the nominee for the Dodgers for the Roberto Clemente Award. When you think about just the work that he's done on the field, but also just everything he's done off the field, what has he added, especially in the city of Los Angeles, the work that how he's given back to the community?
He's done a great job. Obviously, he and his wife Bree have done a lot with their foundation, and it's part of the deal, in my opinion, as far as committing long-term to an organization. Mutually, the organization commits to the player, and so one part of it is obviously on the field, but the other part, I think, just as important as the stuff, the commitment to the off-the-field stuff. And Mookie's done a great job as far as the funding, putting in the time, and pouring into greater Los Angeles and baseball and young ball players in general. So for him to be the Dodger nominee is a huge honor.
When you look at just what the results it's been getting offensively, what has really stood out to you in specific about his at-bats since coming off the IL?
I think the thing that stands out most is his aggressiveness, and I say that in a good way. I think that when the ball is over the plate in the strike zone, into his zone, he's being aggressive. I think he's hitting to all fields really well. And when he's aggressive and not passive, there's just not many guys better.
Do you think hitting the 2 spot has opened up that aggressiveness for him? Because it doesn't feel like the typical leadoff hitter has to work hit counts and stuff like that.
Probably. Yeah, possibly. I don't really remember how he was as far as aggressiveness, passiveness before the hand injury. But he bought into Shohei hitting leadoff since he came back and understood the reason behind it, and he's really taken off.
Doc, this is going to be one of the warmest, hottest evening games on record. How does that affect the daily ritual and maybe even the pace of the game itself? I mean, you're dressed a little lighter today.
I think it reminds you of, 17, the World Series, where it was really hot. Ball flies because the air is lighter. We've cut back on on-field work the last few days to give everybody a break. So that's one part of it. I'm wearing the shirt. That's Children's Cancer Awareness Month, so that's an ode to the kids fighting cancer.
How's Teoscar doing today?
Teoscar's doing well. I was out there watching him run, take ground balls, fly balls, watch him throw. We'll see how he comes in tomorrow. I'm hopeful he can be in there tomorrow, but that's more of a training staff decision right now.
What was your insight on the Yamamoto bullpen today?
I heard about it. It was good. I think that he's ready to go. So I'm not going to put too much weight into the bullpen. I know he's anxious to get back on the mound, and he's got somewhere between 50 and 60 pitches tomorrow. So we'll see how that plays out.
How big of a step was today for Clayton? I know he was kind of doing some work with that shoe, testing out that toe. How big of a step is that for him?
It's a good step. He was doing it in tennis shoes, so it's not spikes. There was a kind of a portable mound out there that he was using, so kind of simulate a slope of the mound, which is good. So he's doing everything he can to keep his arm in shape, test the toe. So I think we're holding, and hopefully each passing day it starts to heal. Continues to heal.
Was he throwing without a shoe
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure he was. Today it was in tennis shoes, but that wouldn't surprise me.
Dave, when do you expect to have Gratterall back?
So he threw a bullpen yesterday. I think it's Wednesday. I alluded to it yesterday. I think there's some roster restrictions, flexibilities that lend itself to most likely Wednesday.
When a pitcher misses as much time as he has this year, is he the freshest, or is there some other, other hurdles that a pitcher like that has to face when they come in this late in the year?
There is some. He is the freshest. I feel confident saying that. I think the thing is for Broussard that he's going to have to wrap his head around is from his first outing, he's got to have that playoff mindset. This is no longer a rehab game, a simulated game. These are very important games, important innings. And so for me, I'm looking for him to ramp his focus up, immediately.
When your magic number is 13 with 19 to go, how much more comfortable are you, or are you just as uncomfortable on a playoff Dave as you were 2 weeks ago?
Same uncomfortable Dave. I just don't expect any letdown. We've got to go to the end of October. I don't think that, whatever the magic number is, I'm looking for us to play good baseball. And, there are some things, a defensive miscue, and a bat that we throw away, a base running mistake. Those are things that, in a playoff game can't happen. So that's where that's where my head is at.
When you talk about Walker being in compete mode, obviously it seems like he's figured some things out mechanically, but do you think it's helped that you guys are just closer to October now, and it looks like with the way things are shaking out, like he might have a role to play? Can you feel him kind of feeling that opportunity with the calendar and the role, and kind of, pitching kind of like the guy we've seen in October's past?
I think he is feeling the opportunity, given where certain guys have gone down with the rotation, and he understands that the opportunity to pitch in October is not just going to be given to him, and so this is an opportunity for him to pitch like it's the postseason. So that's why I'm talking about performance a lot, and it's not about how you feel or this or that. It's about taking the best players that are going to help us win the postseason. So I'm expecting him to be one of them, but his performance will dictate that.
Does it help that this late in the season, these games are still incredibly meaningful, especially for younger guys who, whether it's Andy Pajes, maybe someone like Landon Knack, where opportunity might come for them come October, that these games can start to prepare them?
Yeah. I'll give Landon a lot of credit. He's pitching for his life. He's pitching like it's the postseason, and that's a good thing for me to see. I can't say that about some other people, and not to name any names, but these are important games, and every at bat you get, every inning you play, you pitch, we're evaluating.
Is Glasnow still scheduled to do another pen tomorrow?
Yeah, he'll do more of a full pen tomorrow, and then if that goes well, then we expect to do a sim game in Atlanta on Friday.